I wanted to share with you one of the tools that I use in my toolbox, and that is Vizzlie. So Vizzlie is this awesome program that will allow you to schedule to your events with the click of a mouse. So I'm going to show you what it's like. We're going to log in. It helps if you know how to type. And I'm going to show you how to create a group and start sharing. So you can actually share to groups, pages, events, or email campaigns with Vizzlie. And you can also choose to get a paid account and do texting. So I still am using my free account, so I don't have the texting capability. But you could set up a texting party, kind of like the text party that Stephanie Van Ness showed us how to do in Project Broadcast. And you can actually do that through Vizzlie. And it will give you an assigned phone number through Vizzlie that will then text your people their text campaigns. You could do text parties. The way I'm understanding it, it's very similar to Project Broadcast. As far as I know, it's the same cost as Project Broadcast. The difference is that there's a smaller character limit with Vizzlie that they are working to increase to match the same number of characters that you get with Project Broadcast. And I know that they're also working to incorporate it into WhatsApp. So I love doing WhatsApp parties, so I have not paid for the texting feature of Vizzlie, but it is an option. So I want to show you with Vizzlie. I use it primarily for groups. So I have several groups already set up because I'm doing a lot of parties right now, which is only possible because I'm using Vizzlie. There's no way I could keep up with the number of parties I currently have right now if I was having to post in each party individually. So with Vizzlie, I can post in all of these parties at the same time. And all I have to do is go back in and follow up with people and make sure that I'm answering their questions. So what I want to do is I want to show you how to do that. So I am going to go to my business page and show you how I set up all of my groups and then schedule things through Vizzlie. So this is in the old Facebook. I actually find it easier than new Facebook. I'm still learning new Facebook. So I will show you how to do it there as well. It may take me a little bit longer because I'm used to doing it here. But I'm going to create this group from my business page. So I'm going to click on groups and I'm going to create a new group. And we are going to call this Demo Party for Vizzlie. And I want to add my personal account to it. And I don't want to add anyone else to it right now. And I'm going to set this up as a public group just for the time being. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. So I'm going to click on create. Now it's going to create this demo party for Vizzlie. The first thing that I'm going to do, if you click on this, you'll see that right now only my business page is an admin and a moderator. So I want to also be able to add posts from my personal page. So I'm going to invite my personal page to join the group. And so now you can see my personal page has been added. I am going to switch back to my page because right now my page is the only admin. So I want to make my personal page an admin as well. So I'm going to send an invitation. Now I have to switch back over to my personal page to accept the admin invite request. So you can see here it pops up that I've been invited to become an admin and I want to accept. So now when you click on members, both my personal page and my business page are admins of the group. So what that means is that I can post in this group as an admin person. So what I like to do first is I like to update the photo. So we're just going to choose any photo that I think will work. And we're going to make this so that it looks good. So we're going to reposition that, click save. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to edit the settings. And I want to give Vizzlie permission to post into this group on my behalf. So right now this is set up as a general group. Before the party starts, if this were an actual party, I would come in here and I would create a description. So we'll just say demo group to learn how to use Vizzlie in Facebook. All right, I'm going to leave location blank. And what we want to do is we want to add Vizzlie, because Vizzlie has to have permission to post on your behalf into your groups. So you will do this with any group that you want to be able to schedule posts to from Vizzlie. And it takes a little while. So while we're waiting for that to load, I'm just going to show you a couple other cool features. So right now, my business page is linked to this group. You can also link your social community. So my social community is Marie's Lemongrass Lounge, and I always link my community group to my parties so people can see that it's a recommended group and come and join the party there as well, or come and join the group from the party rather. So we're going to do a search for Vizzlie and we're going to add it. So now what this does is it allows Vizzlie to post into this group on my behalf. So the next thing that I always like to do is I change the color. So if this was a live party with a hostess, I would change the color to green, because green means go. That means this party is set up and ready to go for this hostess. Since this is just a demo party and I'm not actually going to be having guests in this event, I'm going to change it to red. That's just my personal preference and how I keep track, because I have a lot of groups going at any one time. You can customize your group address. So if you don't, you can see up here at the top, this is just facebook.com/groups with a bunch of numbers. So you can change this. So for example, say it was Susie's Lemongrass Spa. You could change it to Susie's Party instead of the numbers, so it's easier for people to type it in if they're looking for it. Now, I personally set up all my groups initially as public. So you just select public here, and anyone in the group or out of the group can see what's in the group and what they post. And I do this solely to make it easier for people to find the group and join it. So what I do is once I add the hostess, which is typically 3 days before the event starts, I change it to private. Once you change it to private, you cannot change it back to public. And it does take 3 days for the change to take effect, which is why I usually change it to private once I add my hostess, because come the 3rd day when the party starts, it changes to private, and then only people in the group can see what's being posted and shared. But that makes it easier in those first 3 days for people to join and find it. So we're going to click next. And I always set it to visible so that anyone can find the group. So if it's hidden, only people that you send a direct link to that you're friends with can find the group. So I don't use the hidden setting for anything. And then as far as this section, I always set it up with social learning units. And what that allows you to do is in this units section on the left, it allows you to post things into units. And I do that in my Lemongrass Spa 101 events so that it makes it easier for people to follow along if they come into the group late. And then that way they can get caught up in the units, and it's really easy. Now, this is the other thing that I do that may be a little bit different from other people. I set it up so only administrators and moderators can approve membership requests. And I always, when I add the hostess, make her an administrator, because she's going to know who her friends are that are wanting to join versus who's maybe just spam that are wanting to hop into the group. I only add people that I know or that the hostess has invited. And then we talk and we decide if she wants to allow her friends to invite friends. And if that's the case, then we approve those requests as they come in, but I always set it up so only admins and moderators can join. Now the membership pre-approvals I don't use, but it would be really helpful. For example, if you were running a multi-consultant event or a multi-hostess event, and then you could add people to join automatically that are in your community group. So when I do, multi-consultant events or multi-hostess events, for example, I might attach my community group as a membership pre-approval group. So anyone that's already in my community group automatically gets added and they don't have to worry about me approving their request. And it just speeds things up in that instance. But for the most part, I don't use that setting, but it's there if you want to. The other thing I don't use in my party groups is the ask questions feature, but I do use this in my community group. And so what you can do is you can ask 3 questions before they get approved to join. So in my community group, I ask who I can thank for referring them. I ask what brought them to the page, if they're looking for skincare or makeup or bath and body products. And then I ask if they've ever used or heard of Lemongrass Spa before. And then that gives me a good idea of how to service them and how to help them. But I don't use this portion for my parties. It's always an option if you have a multi-hostess event, for example, that you can ask questions like, whose party are you here to support? Or something along those lines. And again, I don't set up requirements for approval. The other thing that I select is I do not allow pages to join as group members. I only allow personal profiles to join. And the reason for this is every once in a while, somebody might try and join and say it's like Susie's Avon page. And if they want to come join your Lemongrass Spa group, that might be confusing to some of the customers. So I only allow people to join, not pages. And then I allow anyone in the group to post permissions or to post in the group. So we're going to click save. So you can see my changes have been saved. My demo party for Vizzlie has been set up. So then we're going to go over to Vizzlie and you'll see if I click refresh, all my available groups are going to show up in this section. And we're just going to give it a minute to think. Sometimes it takes a little longer than other times. So you can see here, demo party for Vizzlie is now showing up. So what you would do is you would click on track group. So we're going to actually show you what it looks like in an event that's already loaded, just so you can see it. So if I clicked track group, it would bring it up here. So I'm going to show you in my class test group how this works. So it's now going to be a tracked group. And in this event, you can see posting is turned off. When you're ready to post, flip the toggle. And it's also going to show that my business page is connected to this class test group. And now anything that I post is going to show up here. So if the post is pending, it's going to be white. If it's already been posted, it's going to be green. So just for fun, I'm going to show you what it looks like to use a template. So I have created several templates already, including several fun theme events. So we're going to post the coffee event. And let's say we want this to start in my test group on the 22nd, because that's when Host a Spa Party Day starts, right? So we want this to start October 22nd at 10 a.m. And I want to post as myself. I want to keep the posts that are already scheduled because this is what's showing me what I've already shared in this group. And I want to import all of these posts. And I just realized it shows times are displayed in Brisbane. So those of you that don't know me, I actually used to live in Guam. So last time I shared an event in this class test group was when I lived in Guam, which is why it's in Australian time zone. So we're going to actually change that. And I'm going to change it to Eastern time because that's where I live now. Now, it's going to post everything in Eastern time. So I'm going to re-add my template. And I'm going to choose coffee. and I want it to start October 22nd at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm going to change it to post as myself. I want to keep the post and I want to import everything. So what this is going to do is it's going to pull every single post in that template and schedule it at the same time. So if we scroll down, remember I told you anything in white hasn't been shared yet? So this is where it tells you everything that's about to be posted. So for example, this is the cover picture. What I do with this is I'm going to edit this. I'm not actually going to schedule this. I just want to pull this picture. So what I do is I delete this post, because this is just a placeholder for me to remind me that I need to go in and update this in my event. So I'm going to go over to the class test group. And this is where I would change that group cover photo. I would upload the coffee picture from my files. So I'm going to go into my virtual party files and I'm going to find coffee, and I'm going to scroll until I find that picture. And this is where I would select it and I would change this cover photo before the party started if I wanted to update that. I'm actually not going to change the cover photo right now, so we're just going to leave it as is. So this tells you that all of these posts are already scheduled with one click to go out at these dates and times. So how cool is that? No more individual scheduling, guys. So the first pre-party post, I'm going to show you how these look, is going to go out at this date and time, October 19th at 7 p.m., and this is how it'll show up on Facebook. Now, any of these highlighted areas are things that you can change down at the bottom. So I'll show you that in just a second. So you're going to want to input your fall catalog links, the date, the autumn catalog link, the holiday link, and it shows you all of your posts and what you need to do. So this is a really cool feature. Now, I pre-made all of these templates under Facebook templates here on the left. So you do your planning templates and I did Facebook, and I already selected all of these. So I can use this template now in multiple events and multiple groups. But what's really cool is you put in these generic terms. So for example, if I'm the hostess for this event, I just change my name everywhere that it says hostess, and it updates it everywhere. So let me show you how this looks. So let's say that Kim is going to be the hostess. It changes it in every post that says hostess, all at the same time. So if I want to change it back, it changes it everywhere, all at the same time. And this tells you all the posts that hostess is the keyword. So now the party day was originally Saturday. Well, October 22nd is not a Saturday. October 22nd is, I think, a Thursday, right? Let me look at my calendar. So October 22nd is a Thursday. So we want to change all the days to Thursday. So there you go. Everywhere that it said party day has now been updated to Thursday. Everywhere that shows catalog link has been updated to my personal catalog link. Anywhere that says shopping link will be updated with the shopping link that you input on this keyword. Same thing with my community group or my VIP group, and the time. Now, on this event, since it's a brand new event that I haven't run before, there's some additional keywords. So it says, we're prepping the pots and pans, pots and cleaning our favorite mugs. Our coffee party is coming together soon. We can't wait to hang out with you on date. So that is Thursday the 22nd. So we're just going to type in Thursday 10/22 at 10 a.m. And it's going to incorporate that date anywhere that the keyword date is found. You can do the same thing with the catalog link. So just for ease, we're going to put in the catalog link to my replicated website. But you can find your catalog link on your replicated website, and this will automatically change it anywhere that you have this link. And we're just going to put the same link for all of them, just to make this easy, since this is just a demo event. So same thing with my social media link. So we're going to just put Marie's Lemongrass Lounge. And anywhere that you have the keyword social media link, it's going to update to Marie's Lemongrass Lounge, or whatever your keyword is. And then this is where you'll put in your shopping link. And then finally, your social media page. So again, this is Marie's Lemongrass Lounge. So now everything down below is good to go because there's nothing in red anymore. So what you do next is you come up here and you click posting on. So then it tells you, are you sure you want to turn on the automatic posts for this group? Yes, I do. And it'll tell you it's going to start October 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is what's really cool. It gives you a countdown. So 9 hours and 29 minutes from now, my first post to this group is going to go out. And everything is all set up. And once it starts posting, all of these posts that are white will turn green. And I actually have post notifications turned on. So I will get a little like ding. It sounds kind of like a doorbell or a phone ringing whenever these get posted. So if I'm here working on my event and maybe I don't realize what time it is, I'll get a little ding ding and it'll let me know that the pre-party post or the pre-party, the regular posts have all started to go out. So that's one thing that's really cool about this, as everything's already set up to go automatically. All you have to do is go into your test group or whatever group you're in, and then you can follow up with your posts here, and this is how they show up. So you can see this was published by Vizzlie on June 4th, which was the last time I ran a party in my test group, and it was the tacos and tequila event, so it was super fun. But this is how it shows up. So you can share videos, you can share posts, you can share links, and it looks just like you're posting it yourself without you having to post each individual thing. It even includes photos. So it's a really cool scheduling program. I really like it. I use it for basically all of my Facebook parties. I use it for scheduling things to my business page. So I'm going to show you how I utilize that. So I like to share in my business page a Saturday spotlight and or Saturday ingredient spotlight, and then a Wellness Wednesday post. So I pre-schedule all of these in advance. I actually need to schedule a few more because you can see the next two are the 21st and the 24th. So I just go in, I add a new post, I share the date that I want to post it on. So that was the 21st and the 24th. So the next one will be the 28th. And we would be doing, say, 7 a.m. I just title it. So this is Ingredient Spotlight Saturday. I share whatever I want. Today's ingredient spotlight is tamanu oil. And then I can pull from my images that I already have preloaded any of these pictures to share. And I think I said tamanu oil. So here we go. I click create, and it says your post will go out as scheduled in 1 day, 22 hours, and 26 minutes. So you can see that now that is scheduled for 9:32 on October 28th. I do the same thing with my team event, or my team page rather. So Let me go back to groups. And sorry, this has a little bit of a delay whenever you press in between, because it's got to think. I've got a lot of graphics and groups scheduled, so I always think that that's probably why. So let me find my team page. So here's my team page. So this is just for members of Team Ignite. And I always share a monthly wall drop with all of the specials. And I always share our monthly recognition. And I schedule all of that in advance. So if for some reason I'm not able to post it live, it's already all uploaded and ready to go. So you can see the last time I did it was at the beginning of October. We did our monthly recognition. I did a special on the 12 reasons people join direct sales, and this is all scheduled and posted. And so then the next thing that I'll be sharing is our November specials. When we find out, or now that we've found out about those, I can pull in all of those pictures and schedule that. And then our October recognition that we do in November. And you just change this down below and everything gets scheduled in advance. So this allows you to work according to your business hours and not have to be tied to your computer at certain days and certain times with posts that you want to share. So I really like Vizzlie. I've been using it now for probably a year, I think. I don't remember when I actually joined. I still have a free account. I've never paid for an account yet because I just am really judicious with my use of groups. And when I had my 2-week free trial of the pro account, I created a bunch of mock groups like this one in advance and then just added them, and then I can pull from those as needed. So anyway, I hope that helps. If you would like to use my referral code to try it, you just sign up and then you enter this TGDFEDT, and then I would be happy to send you some of my templates if you would like. Maybe like a themed party so you can kind of try it out and see how it works. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope this has been helpful. Talk to you soon.